Ispanchico a ustedes, pa, Omenewan. Primeramente, saludos y respetos going out to everyone. Check it out, man. So, there's a new podcast called the All Facts Podcast, and it's compa Raider, Juan from the Full Community, and Prime from the Cult Media. So, anyways, look, I'm gonna be straight up with you guys, man. I got thick skin. However, if you're painting me in a bad light on purpose, then I am known to respond. It is what it is. Pero mira, I'm gonna get straight to the point, dog. This is straight to the point. So my name was mentioned, and my name is mentioned in various other podcasts. I never really trip unless fools keep on doing it and doing it, and doing it in a negative light. Because we are all public figures. Whether you like it or not, I'm part of the YouTube Yardita. Whether I'm involved right now or not, I'm still part of it. You know what I mean? I still made many videos with 100,000 views. I never made millions. Uh, but I do have a lot of videos with 100,000 views or over. And I'm not gonna go ahead and count. But as far as the full community goes, I got on the clips. I've seen a little 50 here, 40 there. You know what I mean? And the full community, Juan, he did help me out a lot before all these podcasts were established. Before there was any of that, it was just Instagram for me. Uh, and he used to post me a lot. And I would have to, I would have to say I am grateful for that. You know, I can't agree with everything that comes out of boy's mouth. You know what I mean? But I'm not gonna get into it now because I'm not here for that. ¿Me entiendes? I'm pretty sure he doesn't agree with everything I do. But I mean, there's a certain line that I personally don't cross. You know what I mean? As far as what comes out of my mouth. But anyways, look. So last year, when I first got out for some reason, uh, shout out to the boy Swifty Blue. Uh, no matter what, I'm always gonna have a lot of respect for the dude. He helped me walk that extra mile that I needed to get a little bit more recognition, and he put me in place to go to No Jumper, and I did, and the video did okay. It was 150,000 views. It's not a lot, but compared to the Mexicanos, us, I mean, not all the Mexicanos get 150,000 views. So thank you, Swifty Blue. Thank you, Adam22, and No Jumper. So now, Prime, I'm gonna tell you guys what's up with Prime, man. As a person outside of business, the vato, he's cool, dog. I ain't got nothing against him. Nothing, dog. No matter what, as a person, business wise, I didn't like doing business with the homie, dog. You know what I mean? Straight up, I'm not gonna, air out all the dirty laundry or whatnot because that's not what I'm here for. But he did, he did concoct a contract that he and I signed where he did say that no matter what happens, if there's a fallout or not, we stop working or not, we are not gonna discuss nothing about why or what or all that, right? So I go on this podcast and that vato's discussing personal conversations that we had uh, about the show and how it fell apart. Um, and I was like, man, boy, like I could have came out a long time ago and said all kinds of stuff, dog. But I didn't. I didn't because you know what? As a man, I had given my word. As a man, I had given my word that I wouldn't. But I mean, since he did, since he did, I guess that goes out the window, because first of all, he's not respecting his word as a man. Second of all, he can take it however he wants, homeboy. You know what I mean? I'm not tripping on it, huh? Like, you're not keeping your word as a man, and you're not. I mean, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna sue me? You know what I mean? You're gonna get your lawyers involved. What are you gonna do, my boy? Like, come on, fool. Like I could have said a lot, man. I'm gonna keep it like this. Look, respectfully, respectfully, the show was terminated due to the fact that the one interview that I did, according to Prime, uh, when I first got involved with the show, he had promised me this person, that person, that he could get so many people that I don't have, that I can't get even a hold of, and stars to me is like a dream come true, dog, like um he said he could get them, and I'm pretty sure he could, but he never did. He never did, and I tell you why. I'm just gonna say it, dog. He said that because I interviewed Swifty Blue, that nobody else wanted to interview with me. Like no sponsors wanted to sponsor me, and pretty much that there's no future in it, dog. And I do give him credit for this. He did plug me in, but I didn't want to go. I didn't want to go. And first of all, I don't even watch that. You know what I mean? I don't even watch that. Second of all, I don't feel like I have anything in common with the African American community. Like what is there? Like what is there that I have in common with them? I don't. I'm straight Mexicano, my boy. Like he wanted at that time his objective was to get the Mexican people, like the paisanos. He wanted to get into that scene. You know what I mean? And for those that don't know, like, look, I'm Mexican, dog, but right here in California is different. Like I'm Mexican 100%, but I run with a certain with where I grew up, right here in California. You know what I mean? I'm just gonna leave it at that because this is not about that. So, anyways, long story short, that's the reason why the whole we had a conversation, dog. Um, and we just didn't get along, homie. After that, like I had a different outview, and it was like this, like the ideas I shot him, like, hey, look, here's this idea, here's this idea. Let me interview Chino Grande. I got access to him, and I think it'll be a good show, a good episode. And he didn't want to. He didn't want to, so I named maybe one or two, and he didn't want to, done. So I said, I got frustrated. I just said, okay, well, you get the people that I could interview. And he never did. He mentioned what was his name from Cypress Hill, dog? One of the guys from Cypress Hill. Like, I don't even listen to that, to be honest. They are legendary. I did listen to one song here and there, but I'm not like all up in it where I know like all their stuff. And no disrespect to them, but it never came to it never came to be. And with that said, it just gradually just we just lost contact. He wanted me to go to his lives, and to be honest, I'm gonna be honest, bro. I was down bad. I still am, but now I could honestly say I went to school for something, and I'm getting into a certain trade. Uh, I'm a career criminal, dog. I'm a I'm a f up, you know, and with that being said and established, I'm trying to reconstruct my life because I pretty much gave it all away from my hood. All my 20s, dog. But it is what it is. We're not here for that. It's not a flex. It's nothing to brag about. But that's why, after doing all that, I'm over here trying to do the right thing, and it's hard because I can't sell drugs, I can't do nothing illegal. And the legit way to make money though, it's pretty hard. And I'm over here trying. So for all of you vatos out there that had a messed up, early start, hey, if you're out here, you could do it, homeboy. I'm doing it right now. If everything goes well, I'm gonna be a story of success, you know. And YouTube's always gonna be there, dog. Like, once I'm doing better, I can always come back. All you gotta do on YouTube is flood it. That's what I do. That's my strategy. I flood it for a month or two, and boom, algorithm. But it is what it is. I'm not. I don't see YouTube as a career for me, dog. Like, I'm gonna be working a lot of hours, and if everything goes well, I'm gonna establish myself to where I could actually own, maybe not a home, maybe a little trailer, because I'm already old, but I could have something to offer to my kids, and my baby mom, with all due respect. That being said and established, look, the homeboy was doing lives. Uh, I was pretty much going to other platforms because I wanted my name out there in every platform, every platform. And the homeboy felt some type of way because I wasn't showing up to his lives. And long story short, like I said again, long story short, one day, homeboy, he told me to pull up to his live. I said, okay, I'm gonna go because I still had hope that he would bring somebody I could actually interview. He pretty much benched me, and my car, my car messed up. The battery wasn't starting. I had to get a new battery. The battery was a few $100 or maybe, something that at the time was a lot of money to me because, be honest, I was down bad. And I finally got it fixed, and I told him if I could go, and that's the last time that we talked or whatnot about that. And then I seen him at the Conejo show or whatever. You guys know I'm humble. I'm not over here trying to get into it with nobody. Um, and it is what it is. We had a conversation. He says, I apologize. I don't remember, but if I did, I did. But I don't see why I apologize, because I mean, I didn't do nothing wrong. It was just business that didn't work out. Um, and I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm gonna leave it at that. The only reason why I'm making this video once again is because you, Prime, you brought up private conversations that me and you had. And with that being said and established, if you want to sue me, go ahead, big dog. Go ahead. Al rato.